is up? Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day. Back with some more Resident Evil 4 Remake gameplay for you. And today I'm going to be bringing back another episode of Why No One Takes Gaming Journalists Serious. It's been a while since I've done one, and not because there was a lack of articles. Just didn't really feel like to get into one. But then this one popped up randomly today, and I don't know why it's being talked about now of all times, but I might have a little theory why, just so this person can get some type of moral victory, because they had no moral victories when they were bombarding this game when it came out. But this person who wrote this article, they are no stranger to this series I have in mind. They have been in it. I remember when they had their hit pieces on Final Fantasy 16, just stupid article after stupid article, and it makes me question, are they even a gamer or just somebody just trying to go after, whatever, I don't know. The more you try to understand these type of people, the less you come out in the end. So I just try to ignore it and maybe get a laugh out of it, because this person definitely gets a laugh. So what are we talking about today? Obviously in the middle of August of all times, we're talking about obviously Hogwarts Legacy. And as I said, I played and beat this game. I did it on my own time because I didn't want to be a part of that whole can of worms when it was going crazy when it came out in February. But overall, if you are wondering my opinion, I did play it and I did enjoy it. I like the transversal, I like going on a broom, I like the world, I like Hogwarts, I like the combat. Didn't care much for the main story. I wasn't into that too much. I did like some of the side quests, but overall I did enjoy my experience. And I'm not a crazy Harry Potter fan myself, but I did like the world a lot. But this person, man, when this game was coming out, oh my god, this So basically, as I said, the article, they're writing, Hogwarts Legacy was just another bland open world game after all. It came and went with all the controversy. Yeah, the controversy that you started, so I don't want to, get into all that. But basically, and this is funny, they're basically saying Hogwarts Legacy was once a controversial game, has now become forgettable in the vast sea of open world games. Decision not to cover the game was made by the gamer due to the source material association with the public figures promoting transphobia. Yeah, I know, irony right there, but don't worry, they got a way to cover their ass this time, because I kept thinking that for the longest time. Despite controversy, many people sacrificed their morals for nostalgia, and played the game, contributing to the success that perpetuates harmful ideologies. Yeah, Jesus, it's like the Joker movie all over again, because remember when that came out, oh my god, this is going to perpetuate all people doing harmful things, and I'm just like, oh my god, can people just play a game and watch a movie without being this, that, and the other? But so, been living under a rock. Obviously, Hogwarts Legacy is a game that, because of the person who created Harry Potter and their views on trans people, they consider it transphobic, and a lot of people have their opinion on that. I'm not here to debate about that, because that's really not an issue. It's not really the problem at all. If you're for it, fine. If you're not, fine. It's your choice. You're your own person. You make your own decisions at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, people, saw this game and they wanted to play a fun, entertaining video game. And obviously, when it first came out, it made a lot of money. But people like this, just didn't accept the game. Once again, if they didn't support what the game was doing, that's fine. I don't have a problem with this. But once again, my one thing I say in life, I respect the person who's 100% honest and sticks with their guns. I don't respect the person who says one thing and then flip-flops and then, contradicts themselves and then proves that they're basically a liar and a hypocrite, which this person is going to prove very, very easily. But they're so into their own BS. Their head is so far up their ass. It's amazing that they can't figure out what is going on. But basically, we have decided against covering Hogwarts Legacy here at The Gamer. Yeah. And you constantly write multiple articles. This person alone has wrote multiple articles about this game, as well as other people on this thing. But don't worry, they have a way to cover their ass this time. Unless content produced contributed effectively to the overall cultural discussion. Yeah. Nice try. You're full of crap. I'll tell you why you kept covering the game. Because you want to make money. Because you're just like the people you hate so much. People at the end of the day want to make money. And yep, that's why you covered the game. Not because of some moral standard. Because I have a theory about, you talking about rights of queer and trans people. I don't think you care about that stuff as much as you claim you do. I think you're more harmful to those communities than the people you blame that are harmful to it. I think you just use those communities to profit off of. But yeah, whatever. So basically, the game was a financial success, and they were mad about it, how people sacrificed their morals. They wrote an article apparently saying how its critical and financial success was a clear sign of how spineless the video game industry has become. Yeah, I remember that article, and as I said, that'd have been one I could have covered. But yeah, basically, you're spineless if you bought this game. If you bought and played this game, you're spineless. Remember that, because it's going to come back later on in his own article. But basically, they're mad because we put money in bigots' pockets, because we put money in Rawlings' pockets, and because we supported a product that, at the end of the day, the person who made this franchise gets money apart. We're basically a part of the problem. Well, okay, if you want to use that as your way to determine this, that's fine and all. But I remember when this game came out, someone did a good point about it. I can't remember what it was, but they're basically saying you could probably trace back any product you've ever bought to something that's harmful or, potentially harmful in the grand scheme of things. I know, obviously, I remember a lot of products, like hair products, they use, some animal testing on it. I forget which type of phone it was. I want to say it was an iPhone, but if you buy and own an iPhone, they can trace that back to sweatshops back in foreign Asian countries of underage child labor. So, once again, get off your high horse. You're not, the paragon of virtual here. You're not some superhero. You're not this, person who is just completely innocent in all this stuff too. If you want to use your own words against you, you're just part of much of the problem as everyone else. But once again, you're going to get to the whole point of how they're a hypocrite and a liar at the same time. So yeah, definitely a person you want to listen to. But yeah, they go on that people sacrifice their morals, and it's sad how nostalgic and easily override the need for societal progress. I didn't know a game. How is a game slowing down the need for societal progress? I mean, it's the same thing with the Joker movie. It's, this is slowing us down. This is causing... Dude, it's a movie just as much as it's a game. And the thing about it is, their whole point is, this game is now forgotten. And that's the thing. Once again, this game would have been treated just like every other game if you just allowed it to be. But no, you didn't. The reason why it probably made as much money as it did is probably a little... hindsight, is probably your own actions of you trying to get this game banned and canceled and whatever else you want to do. So you made more people want to buy it. Because what have I always said about people? What's the number one thing people hate? They hate being told what to do with their money. People are going to spend their money however they want to see it. And who used some random person on the internet going to tell people how they're going to spend their money and then try to guilt trip them with morals and obligations when you don't even follow your own morals and obligations, which I'm going to prove real shortly here. But yeah, this game slowed down solid progress because, the world is not a good place for trans people. I'm not going to say right now it is. And once again, if you're for trans, against trans, that's not the point. But stop acting like everyone else has got it good. I just like the fact that everyone just assumes everyone else in the world is just having a great time. There's a lot of problems going in the world right now. And trust me, you're not that special. But here's the fun part. Months later, I can't help but looking back to see what it was all for. A close friend of mine threw a used copy of Hogwarts Legacy my way for a few months after release, so I took a brief look, decided to ignore my trepidations about the franchise birthed by Britain's transphobic figurehead, and see if, beyond all the political debate, the game we all fought so hard to play was worth it after all. So after all that talk about you weren't going to play, support the game, etc., and no, just because someone loaned it to you doesn't matter, you still supported and played the game. That's the thing that I'll never get by people. If you don't like something that much, why would you waste time with it in the first place? I'll tell you why. Because at the end of the day, you care about what everyone else cares about. Making money. And at the end of the day, I don't think you believe in your values as much as you say to you. Because you just basically prove you lied to everybody. You were beating your chest and how, this is transphobic. This is so bad. Don't support this. You're spineless if you do. So I guess... the pot calls the kettle black. I mean, basically all that was a bunch of BS. But, am I really that surprised at this point? And they go on saying, this game is just repetitive. It's not very good. They didn't say one good thing. I'll put it to you this way. This game could have been Elden Ring or Legend of Zelda, and they would have said the same thing if it was Rawlings behind it and the creation of it. So it's the same thing. It doesn't even matter. Of course, they weren't going to go in there. But they played the game, and... that's the main point. They played the game, and they went against what they were promoting their values for. Basically proving the point that, their values aren't that important because when it gets in the way of making money, that's more important to them. So, hey, you know what? I respect people if they honestly are like, you know what? I'm not for this. I'm not going to play the game. I respect you for it because you stuck to your guns. But this person, a liar and a hypocrite. So, and as I said, they end this whole thing. It was like, I don't harbor any ill will towards those out of the loop with a love for Harry Potter who picked this game and hope to enjoy it. But it's a different story for those who were continually aware of the surrounding circumstances and decided not to only ignore them, but to play the game rather than support those who stood against it. We weren't asking for much, and the denial of your LGBTQ plus friends draws a line in the sand that proves to us that if things ever get worse for queer people, which they very likely will, you won't be there for us when we need you. This sucks, and it's precisely the support we've been fighting for regarding a game like Hogwarts Legacy. All for an overall game that time is already forgotten. Well, apparently not forgotten enough because you keep talking about it. I mean, that's the funny part about it. Right now, it's the reason why you probably wrote this article in the first place. You picked a time where, no one's really going to talk about it. Why? Because obviously a bunch of months have passed since the game's release. A bunch of big games have already released. And a big thing taking the world, Baldur's Gate 3 is out right now, so a lot of people are talking about that. I mean, no one's really talking about Resident Evil 4 remake when I'm playing right now. Does that mean that this is a forgotten game? Dead Space was a great game. It came out in January. No one's really talking about that. Is that a forgotten game? We kind of move on to the next big thing. It's kind of how we are as gamers. Maybe if you actually play games to look for political ideologies in every single game, maybe you'd understand that. But I also like how we weren't asking for much. What were you asking for? You basically would want a whole company make it a game. Because the only thing I can think of, you just wanted the game canceled. So you would want everyone to throw all those funds away, cancel a game just because, your feelings got hurt and you're softer than Charmin tissue paper. But at the end of the day, take it from me. Are there movies, games, products, or things out there that I just personally don't like and don't want to support? Damn right they are. So you know what I do? I know it's shocking. I'm going to let you in on a little secret here. You ready? Come close. I don't want anyone to figure this out. I just don't play and support them. Or I don't watch and support them. I know, shocker, right? If it's something you don't like or it doesn't resonate with you or maybe it goes against stuff you believe, I just don't waste my time, waste my money, and then waste my sanity on talking about them nonstop, playing them or watching them. You know what I do? I actually play things that I actually like and enjoy or watch things I like and enjoy. I know, shocking, right? But it gets to this person here, the real reason why they keep writing articles about this, even though they're so against it, is because they don't believe what they honestly say that we should be doing. As they call gamers spineless for playing, as I said, pot calls the kettle black. Look at yourself in the mirror. You're the spineless one because you obviously just proved that you couldn't even follow your own rules. You wrote these articles because you aren't so different from everyone else. You want to make money profiting off these articles just like everybody else. The difference between normal people and you is most people are upfront about making money. They want to make money. You try to be all undercover and, dirty about it and act like, oh, I'm all for this and all for that. That's why I just have the opinion. I think you're more harmful to the trans people than the people you claim are actually harmful. That's just my honest opinion because you put on this whole cape and cowl like you're some superhero for trans justice, and in reality, no, you're just using this whole situation to profit off of. I don't really think you give a damn about it, and regardless of what it is that you think you can do, you're just trying to take advantage of an opportunity. I think honestly, most actual trans people should just ignore you and do what the hell they want to do, and stop listening to somebody who obviously doesn't have their best interest at heart and could care less and just wants to make money profiting off a game that they keep claiming is forgotten, and yet here you are 6+ months later still talking about it. But nonetheless, that is going to be it. And I said we'll leave a link in the description down below if you want to check this article out yourself. But let me know what you guys think. Did you guys play Hogwarts Legacy? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Did you think the controversy is just stupid and just a waste of time? Let me know down in the comment section down below. But thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video, and hopefully I can see you guys back on the next one. Thank you, and I hope to see you all later. Peace.